Hello, 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 and welcome to another edition of Conservative Nation with me, your gracious host, Jermaine Baccio, on this beautiful Wednesday evening, ladies and gentlemen. And guess what? It's the day of the 4 J's. A lot of people been waiting for this day, and guess what? It's here, ladies and gentlemen. So hold on to your britches, let me tell you. It's going to be a bumpy ride. How's everybody doing out there? How is everybody doing? Hopefully everybody's doing well. Make sure you guys go ahead and hit that like button for me. All right. And make sure you guys go ahead and share, because ladies and gentlemen, sharing is caring. And you know what? I got to also do my due diligence of sharing. So give me a quick second here, and then we will begin the show. Absolutely. All right, ladies and gentlemen, how's everybody doing? Everybody ready for the show? Make sure you guys go ahead and hit that like button, help a brother out, all right? And make sure you guys go ahead and share, all right? Because sharing is caring around here. Welcome to Conservative Nation, one of the fastest growing premium conservative talk shows around, all right? So, ladies and gentlemen, right? These past 2 days, media blitz, firestorm, all about Trump, right? Democrats narrative, you guys already know it, right? He's a racist. He hates immigrants, right? He is trying to hold up federal workers' paychecks. Can you guys believe this, right? All of a sudden, the Democrats care about Americans, right? We care about the little guy. President Trump gave an Oval Office speech yesterday. It was absolutely stellar, fantastic. I believe he made the case, ladies and gentlemen, right? Who in the crowd seen it? Who in this beautiful crowd, ladies and gentlemen, have seen the Oval Office speech yesterday? It was absolutely beautiful, wasn't it? Shout out to Robert Dickinson. Shout out to John Sloan. Shout out to Amber Daphne. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Terry Davis. And let me tell you, he made the case, ladies and gentlemen. He was logical. He was to the point. He was precise. I mean, everything he said, ladies and gentlemen, hands down, you can't get around it, right? So I want to go ahead and play some highlights from his speech yesterday, because it seems like we still have brain dead and retarded liberals across this nation who couldn't understand what the president was saying, right? They were befuddled. You know, there was marbles rolling around. They couldn't get it straight, ladies and gentlemen. They just couldn't. But let me tell you, here on Conservative Nation, we will help them out. Let me tell you, we will definitely help them out. So let me go ahead and run this clip. When it comes back, ladies and gentlemen, we will discuss this a little bit further here on Conservative Nation. Here we go.
Tonight, I am speaking to you because there is a growing humanitarian and security crisis at our southern border. Every day, Customs and Border Patrol agents encounter thousands of illegal immigrants trying to enter our country. We are out of space to hold them, and we have no way to promptly return them back home to their country. Over the years, thousands of Americans have been brutally killed by those who illegally entered our country.
Absolutely.
And thousands more lives will be lost if we don't act right now. This is a humanitarian crisis, a crisis of the heart and a crisis of the soul. As part of an overall approach to border security, law enforcement professionals have requested $5.7 billion for a physical barrier. At the request of Democrats, it will be a steel barrier rather than a concrete wall. This barrier is absolutely critical to border security. It's also what our professionals at the border want and need. This is just common sense. Democrats in Congress have refused to acknowledge the crisis. And they have refused to provide our brave border agents with the tools they desperately need to protect our families and our nation. The federal government remains shut down for one reason, and one reason only, because Democrats will not fund border security. My administration is doing everything in our power to help those impacted by the situation. But the only solution is for Democrats to pass a spending bill that defends our borders and reopens the government. This situation could be solved in a 45-minute meeting. I have invited congressional leadership to the White House tomorrow to get this done. Hopefully, we can rise above partisan politics in order to support national security.
Absolutely.
How much more American blood must we shed before Congress does its job?
How more?
To every member of Congress,
how much?
Pass a bill that ends this crisis. To every citizen, call Congress and tell them to finally, after all of these decades, secure our border. This is a choice between right and wrong, justice and injustice. This is about whether we fulfill our sacred duty to the American citizens we serve. When I took the oath of office, I swore to protect our country. And that is what I will always do. So help me God. Thank you and good night.
Thank you, Mr. President. What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think? Right? He was precise. He was logical, common sense, right? He even said it in his speech, ladies and gentlemen. He said common sense, right? You just can't get around it. This is the right thing to do, right? Anybody, I believe, who has, common sense, who is rational, who is logical, can see that the president is right on this one, right? But not the gruesome twosome, right? Who knows who the gruesome twosome are? The gruesome twosome, Nancy Pelosi and Chuck U. Schumer, right? Nancy go to hell Pelosi and Chuck U. Schumer. They couldn't understand what the president was saying. Right? They do not want to budge, ladies and gentlemen. What is wrong with these people? What is wrong with these people, ladies and gentlemen? And they claim they care about the American citizen, right? Ladies and gentlemen, we need a physical barrier in this country. You just can't get around it. We need a physical barrier. And the Democratic Party does not want to do that Because, ladies and gentlemen, we all know what the game is, right? They need votes and they want to destroy the country. But the average American citizen, for some reason, because of the social programming, because of the water, God started maybe because of the air, they cannot see what is going on. Now, Nancy Pelosi and Chuck U. Schumer, the gruesome twosome, they came out yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, with a rebuttal. Okay? I want you guys to hear their rebuttal. Just little bits and pieces. Because these people here, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think people really understand how brain dead and retarded our elected officials are. I don't think people really understand. People believe that these demons got into the government somehow, are smart. These people aren't smart. They just got money and stupid people vote them in office. They're not smart at all. So let me go ahead and run this clip here, ladies and gentlemen. It's with the gruesome twosome, looking like a stage clerk somewhere. They just look absolutely horrid. Don't even know what is going on. Let's go ahead here. Here we go.
People tonight about how we can end this shutdown and meet the needs of the American people. Sadly, much of what we heard from President Trump throughout this senseless shutdown has been full of misinformation and even malice. The president has chosen fear. We want to start with the facts. The fact is, on the very first day of this Congress, House Democrats passed Senate Republican legislation to reopen government and fund smart, effective border security solutions. But the president is rejecting these bipartisan bills which would reopen government over his obsession with forcing American taxpayers to waste billions of dollars on an expensive and ineffective wall, a wall he always promised Mexico would pay for. The fact is, President Trump has chosen to hold hostage critical services for the health, safety, and well-being of the American people and withhold the paychecks of 800,000
what a lie
across the nation, many of them veterans. He promised to keep government shut down for months or years.
Ladies and gentlemen, did you hear what she just said? President Trump is holding the Americans hostage, right? Hostage over this border wall, where Americans die daily because of their ineffectiveness in governance, passing legislation that can help the American citizen. They can't do it. And all of a sudden, when the president is putting everybody's attention on you, making sure that you're going to do what you say you're going to do, now it's a problem. You don't want to do it. This is our politicians, ladies and gentlemen, weak and feckless.
That's just plain wrong. The fact is, we all agree we need to secure our borders while honoring our values. We can build the infrastructure and roads at our ports of entry. We can install new technology to scan cars and trucks for drugs coming into our nation. We can hire the personnel we need to facilitate trade and immigration at the border. We can fund more innovation to detect unauthorized crossings.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're already doing that. Ladies and gentlemen, everything that she's proposing, we're not retarded. Everything that she's proposing, ladies and gentlemen, we are already doing it. We need a physical barrier. What she's proposing, we are already doing it. This is the main reason why we cannot get anything done in Congress. We can't get anything done with our government because we elect people like the gruesome twosome here, ladies and gentlemen. Look at them. Looking like stage puppets, right? They don't even look real. Ladies and gentlemen, they look like wax figures, right? It looked like aliens snatched their body, right? Look at them. They don't even look real. And look at what they're proposing. It's like aliens came down here, went inside their body and proposing bad legislation on us, right? And try to trick us. What is going on?
The fact is, the women and children at the border are not a security threat. They are a humanitarian challenge, a challenge that President Trump's own cruel and counterproductive policies have only deepened. And the fact is, President Trump must stop holding the American people hostage, must stop manufacturing a crisis, and must reopen the government.
Ladies and gentlemen, she said manufacturing a crisis. How is it manufacturing a crisis when people are dying every stinking day on the border? When our president just signed a human trafficking legislation because it's so bad down there on the border, right? Where we have narcotics being shipped in, ladies and gentlemen, across the border, fueling our what? Opioid epidemic, right? Is she retarded? This is the main reason why I use the word retarded. Because retarded is like a perfect description for these two people here. You get what I'm saying? It's like you know the truth, but you willfully are not trying to, use your brain. I mean, you just got to be retarded. Like, nobody can help you. God can't help you. Nobody can help you. Like, if logic doesn't hit you by now, right? You're well over your 60s. If it hasn't hit you now, let me tell you, I mean, you're not going to get it.
Thank you. Leader Schumer?
Thank you, Speaker Pelosi.
Oh, look at Lex Luthor,
address you tonight
crime syndicate boss.
The President of the United States, having failed to get Mexico to pay for his ineffective, unnecessary border wall, and unable to convince the Congress or the American people to foot the bill.
And look how confidently he says ineffective and unnecessary border wall, ladies and gentlemen. Does he say that about the walls around his house? Right? How about the protection around his credit card? Right? How about the doors in his car? Right? What is wrong with these people, ladies and gentlemen? It's like I said, it's like they're just retarded. They can't grasp knowledge, logic, common sense. It just doesn't come. So either they can't grasp it or they're willfully lying so that they can keep doing what they're doing, which is what, ladies and gentlemen? Ripping off the American public, right? Absolutely.
Shut down the government. American democracy doesn't work that way. We don't govern by temper tantrum. No president should pound the table and demand he gets his way, or else the government shuts down, hurting millions of Americans who are treated as leverage. Tonight, and throughout this debate and throughout his presidency, President Trump has appealed to fear, not facts, division.
So ladies and gentlemen, he's saying that President Trump, think about this, it's hurting millions of people by him shutting down the government. Now, ladies and gentlemen, think about this. Nancy Pelosi and Chuck E. Schumer have hurt more than millions, right? Maybe hundreds of millions of people here in this country, ladies and gentlemen, by their ineffectiveness of them coming to an agreement about immigration, ladies and gentlemen, and allowing what? These people, these refugees in here, right? These illegal aliens to go to different states so that they can get driver's license and whatever else so that they can become quote unquote half citizens, reap the benefits of our society, right? Using our medical system, being a hamper to our welfare state, ladies and gentlemen. This is what's going on. And when these illegal aliens come in here, they drive down the wages in this country. It makes it harder for low-skilled Americans to get a job. So she's hurting millions of people by her doing this. And then on top of that, these illegal aliens are a burden on our welfare system, ladies and gentlemen. We got to take care of these people. And good, hard-working Americans, if they fall short and they need help from the government, they can't get it because we're helping Maria, Jose, Pepe and them. It makes no sense. We need to help Americans first. What's wrong with these people?
No mistake. Democrats and the president both want stronger border security. However, we sharply disagree with the president about the most effective way to do it. So, how do we untangle this mess? Well, there's an obvious solution. Separate the shutdown from arguments over border security.
No, we're not going to separate. Ladies and gentlemen, separating the shutdown means nothing. I'm letting you know right now. Once you separate the shutdown, that means that then they don't have to come back to the border wall. President Trump got them in a chokehold right now. They're gasping for air. The air is the American public. If they could get enough air, they could get out of the chokehold. So we got to make sure that we stay on the offensive on providing the correct narrative. The narrative that's going to help the American citizen. These people are not for us. These people are nuts. Look at them. Ladies and gentlemen, they look, I'm telling you, they're on drugs, they're on something. I mean, they just don't look normal.
Supported by Democrats and Republicans to reopen government while allowing debate over border security.
Look at them.
There is no
They don't look normal.
Millions of Americans over a policy difference. Federal workers are about to miss a paycheck. Some families can't get a mortgage to buy a new home. Farmers and small businesses won't get loans they desperately need. Most presidents have used Oval Office addresses for noble purposes. This president just used the backdrop of the Oval Office to manufacture a crisis, stoke fear, and divert attention from the turmoil in his administration.
So, ladies and gentlemen, telling you what's going on is manufacturing a crisis. This is what's happening. For the president to let you know, hey, they're killing down there. I want to let you know they're killing down there. That means that is a crisis, right? Letting you know what is really going on means manufacturing a crisis. No, ladies and gentlemen. We are now living in two realities. Think about it. The reality of liberals in this country is that America sucks. It has never been great. We don't care. Let them in. Destroy the country. They live in doom and gloom all day long. We don't live in that world. I want people to understand that. We don't live in that demonic world. We live in a world where we have God. We have freedom. And these people, ladies and gentlemen, are trying to get rid of that. Wake up and be smart.
My fellow Americans, there is no challenge so great that our nation cannot rise to meet it. We can reopen the government and continue to work through disagreements over policy. We can secure our border without an ineffective, expensive wall. And we can welcome legal immigrants and refugees without compromising safety.
And illegal ones too.
The symbol of America should be the Statue of Liberty, not a 30-foot wall. So our suggestion is a simple one. Mr. President, reopen the government and we can work to resolve our differences over border security, but end this shutdown now.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, there you go. So these people here, they're letting you know, ladies and gentlemen, American public, they're letting you know that they want open borders. That's what they're letting you know. They're letting you know that they will not work with President Trump. Right? President Trump said he was willing to work with them. Ever since January 1st hit, you don't hear that anymore out of them. They're like, we got the house, right? This is what they're saying. We're not doing squat shit, right? They're not doing nothing. They told the president they're not going to work with him. There's nothing he can do. Now, I want to go ahead and show you guys a clip here, because this clip here is a very telling clip. And these people are quite furious over this here. Now, as you guys know, today, Trump had a meeting with Chuck U. Schumer and go to hell Nancy Pelosi, right? Nancy go to hell Pelosi. That's her nickname, go to hell Pelosi. And the meeting wasn't very long at all. Chuck U. Schumer came out. Nancy Pelosi came out and said Trump said some things and he didn't agree and he left, right? Liberals are trying to now paint this as Trump not able to negotiate effectively. They're saying that this is Trump's baby moment, right? This is all about Trump. This shutdown is all about Trump and his base. This is what they're saying. So I want to play this here. 1 minute. And when it comes back, we will discuss a little bit further here on Conservative Nation. Make sure you guys go ahead and hit that like button. Make sure you guys go ahead and share, all right? Absolutely. Here we go.
Out here, and the temperature wasn't much warmer in the Situation Room. Our meeting did not last long, but it is so sad that in a matter of hours or just a few days, many federal workers will not be receiving their paychecks, and what that means in their lives is tragic in terms of their credit rating, paying their mortgage, paying their rent, paying their car payment, paying their children's tuition, and the rest. The president seems to be insensitive to that. He thinks maybe they could just ask their father for more money, but they can't. And we think that the collateral damage that he is causing by, well, I'm going to yield to the leader to talk about that, but I would say this. If you don't understand financial insecurity, then you would have a policy that takes pride in saying, I'm going to keep government shut down for months or years.
Now he doesn't understand national security.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, the president just got up and walked out. He asked Speaker Pelosi, will you agree to my wall? She said no. And he just got up and said, then we have nothing to discuss, and he just walked out. Again, we saw a temper tantrum.
A temper tantrum.
And he just walked
insane.
out of the meeting. I asked him to open up the government, that tomorrow so many people will have trouble paying their mortgages, paying their bills, dealing with situations when they don't get paid. And I said, just why won't you do that? We'll continue to discuss. We're willing to discuss anything. And he said, if I open up the government, you won't do what I want. That's cruel. That's callous.
That's cruel and callous. Look at them.
As sort of pawns, and it was wrong.
Now they're trying to take the moral high ground.
He sort of slammed the table, and when Leader Pelosi said she didn't agree with the wall, he just walked out and said, we have nothing to discuss. So he said it was a waste of his time. That is sad and unfortunate. We want to come to an agreement. We believe in border security. We have different views. We've already offered the president our proposals, which has sat on his desk for
They didn't offer him nothing that they're not doing weeks already.
But this was really, really unfortunate, and in my judgment, somewhat unbecoming of a presidency.
Did he mention any intention to declare a national emergency? Did he say anything about the possibility of that?
About that, but what I will say is that one of the obstacles that we have to an agreement.
And we're going to stop it right here, ladies and gentlemen. What do you got to think about what they were talking about? Right? Chuck Schumer said that the president was having a temper tantrum. That's what they were saying. Right? That's what they were saying. The president was having a temper tantrum and walked out. Slammed his fist on the table. It's probably a lie. You know how liberals are. They're lying about the whole situation. Right? But he did. He did walk out. Because, ladies and gentlemen, if we don't have a physical barrier, you can't protect your country. It's very simple. The globalists right now are playing hardball. They are playing hardball, and they're using our politicians to do it. Nancy Pelosi is close to death. She's taking too-many bribes. Right? She's all bought and paid for. Too many rituals in the dungeon there. Let me tell you, she needs to do this. Same with Chuck Schumer. That's why they looking crazy like that. That's what my producer said. They doing rituals in a basement. Let me tell you, with some hoods on. And it's nothing nice. That's why they probably look like that. Everybody know they look crazy. And they sound crazy too. Insane. But ladies and gentlemen, that's what it is. These people here are trying to paint the president as being a baby. As this shutdown is all about President Trump, his pride, right? His pride. He's so prideful, right? How about, ladies and gentlemen, the millions of people who put together a fund that's over $18 million right now to build that wall? Let me guess, Nancy Pelosi. Those people are prideful, right? Those people are evil and callous and malicious, right? Because they want a wall. Ridiculous. And I want to show you guys what President Trump said. Because President Trump tweeted something that I want everybody to see here. Let me go ahead and transition. And this is when he just left the meeting with the gruesome twosome. Right? And it says, just left the meeting with Chuck Schumer. I added that. And Nancy, go to hell Pelosi. I added that too. A total waste of time. I asked, what is going to happen in 30 days if I quickly open things up? Are you going to approve the border security, which includes a wall or a steel barrier? You stupid, demonic fools. I added that too. All right. And It says Nancy said no. I said bye-bye, you wench. I added wench. Nothing else works. You're gruesome, twosome fools. I added that as well. So what do you guys think? Right? The president, ladies and gentlemen, told you what happened right away. That doesn't sound like a person who's having a temper tantrum, right? They're trying to make this wall a wall about President Trump. It's all about him, right? That's the way they're going to try to paint him. They've always painted him like that. A selfish, like a tyrannical guy. It's all about him. It's all this will be a legacy to President Trump. We don't want that to happen, right? This is the main reason why they don't want it to for him to get it, because this will be a legacy for President Trump. Bow. Jermaine also hit the noggin on the correct answer once again, right? There's another dilemma there, right? This jealousy, this hatred, guess where it's coming from? It's not coming from President Trump, but it's coming from the liberals themselves. Nancy Pelosi, Barack Obama, Joe, the plumber Biden, right? John, the crooked, swift veteran, right? Those folks. And they're mad and they have jealousy because if he gets that wall, ladies and gentlemen, they're thinking that, hey, that is his legacy. He'll be forever shrined in this country as one of the best presidents. I added that. But that will be his legacy, right? Think about it. Absolutely, ladies and gentlemen. That will be his legacy. It'll be a monument. People will go to the southern border just to take a picture by Trump's wall. That's what they will call it. They don't want that to happen. They hate Trump so much that they won't allow Americans to have adequate border security. Think about it. The border wall will be a tourist attraction spot. The border wall will make money by itself. Just going up. Look at the other walls, right? East Berlin, the Berlin Wall, the Wall of China, the Great Wall of China, the wall around Jerusalem. Ladies and gentlemen, walls bring money. They don't want it because they hate President Trump. If it was that crooked maniac Obama and he suggested a wall, they'll be all for it. All of a sudden, they hate him. Insane. Now, let me go ahead and show you guys this here. Now, ladies and gentlemen, well, Chuck U. Schumer and Nancy go to hell Pelosi are running their mouth about how bad this president is. Let me tell you, President Trump is signing an anti-human trafficking legislation here. I want to go ahead and show you guys this here. All right. And when it comes back, ladies and gentlemen, we'll discuss a little bit further here on Conservative Nation. Here we go. Whoops. Here we go.
In a few moments, I'll sign legislation continuing my administration's extensive efforts to combat the scourge of human trafficking. I spoke about it last night, human trafficking. It really hits a nerve. We're talking about, in many cases, women and children grabbed, thrown into the backseat of a car or thrown into a van with no windows, with no any form of air, tape put across their mouths, and they're brought across the border. And they don't go through checkpoints. They go through the emptiest spot they can find, with no walls, with no fences.
Ladies and gentlemen. There you go. So the president is on the offensive, right? Every time they want to shed some terrible narrative on the president, let me tell you, he's always doing the right thing, right? You can always catch him doing some godly work. And it's because, ladies and gentlemen, the president cares. Nancy Pelosi and these people do not care about the American public. It's very simple, ladies and gentlemen, to see. Very simple to see. And a lot of the elected officials don't care either. Now, I want to go ahead and show you guys this clip here. This got sent to me by a lot of people here. So I don't know who to shout out. So shout out to all you guys. All right. This clip here is about representatives that bring what they call Trump trash, all right, from national parks to the White House during this shutdown. So all the trash that has accumulated at the national parks that haven't been picked up yet by the trash people because the government has shut down those national parks, the representatives, the Democrats, have gone to the national parks, right? And these retarded people went and brought the trash to the White House. I want to go ahead and show you this clip here. These people are insane. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, this is the main reason why we need term limits. These people need to get kicked out fast in a hurry. Let's go.
So we don't need a nationally televised address from the White House to solve this problem tonight. What we need is for President Trump to wake up and smell the coffee cups and the diapers and the burrito wrappers and the trash that is piling up. And soon we'll have enough of it to build a wall, perhaps.
We're here to say, Mr. Trump, here's your trash. We did the work of some of your employees at the National Park Service, who, by the way, in our area, have a hard time making it because it's such a high-cost area.
I wonder why it's such a high-cost area. Let me tell you. Is it because of your legislation? I would think so. What do you guys think? So instead of these people to work at getting an adequate deal in front of the president so that we can open up the government so people can get paid, right, and end this crisis. You know what these elected officials are doing? They're going to national parks to grab trash, right? The trash in Washington, D.C. has went to go pick up some other trash to bring back more trash to Washington, D.C., ladies and gentlemen. My goodness gracious, right? These people are trashy. No pun intended. But ladies and gentlemen, look at these people. They wasted taxpayers' time and money for them to go to the national parks These trashy people in Washington, the trash, the filth of Washington, went to the national parks to grab more trash and filth to bring back to Washington, D.C. That should be a crime. Ladies and gentlemen, that should be a crime, don't you think? I would think that it should be a crime to do that. Right? Aren't you defaming the White House with all that trash? Shoot, the president got trash he can't get rid of already. Why are you bringing more? This is absolutely ridiculous. And we got a troll here. Alejandro Castillo Rango. You got a long name. He said Trump is the only one to blame. Right? Trump is the only one to blame. How is he the only one to blame? Right? The only person that will step up and do what needs to be done? Oh, yeah. You look like some hillbilly. You know, his girlfriend dumped him the other day. That's why he mad at me. Hey, buddy, I'm sorry your girlfriend dumped you. Hey, but ladies and gentlemen, that's what's going on now. I want to go ahead and show you guys one last thing here. Now, we're going to get off the wall right here before I get off, because I got to hop on the 4Js here pretty soon. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to show you guys this. Now, this got sent to me by one of my good friends here, and I want to go ahead and show you guys this. And I believe that this is just absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Let me go ahead and transition. This is about a transgender man that gives birth to a baby boy in Portland. Ladies and gentlemen, check this out. Right? I want to go ahead and show you the video, because I want, not the video, but this picture. I want to blow it up. Liberals hate when I do this because they know that I'm trying to promote critical thinking. They're like, I hate that Jermaine Bozzio guy. All he does is try to promote critical thinking. Gosh darn it, I hate him. Right? Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me go ahead and promote my critical thinking, because I'm so cool like that. Ladies and gentlemen, look at this here. Transgender man gives birth to baby boy in Portland. Ladies and gentlemen, is this normal? 1 for yes, 2 for no. The troll in the room will probably say yes. Right? One of these probably look like the troll's mother. You know? What do you guys think? 1 for yes, 2 for no, right? Liberals hate, man. I'm promoting critical thinking. Now, ladies and gentlemen, every time you see these transgender folks, right, they're trying to pass off as they're normal, right? I want to go ahead and let you guys look at these people here, right? Look how crazy they look, right? Don't they look off, ladies and gentlemen? Seriously, the guy on the left, he looks off. He looks like there's something wrong with him. He got the traditional liberal attire, which is you know, nastiness and filth. You know, that's what they wear. The guy on the right, he looks like a huge beta. Look at his face there, ladies and gentlemen. There I go, promoting critical thinking, pissing off liberals once again. Ladies and gentlemen, I mean, just go ahead and look at these people's face here. I mean, the guy looks like just a complete beta guy, right? These people will tell you that they are normal, right? This is what they'll tell you. They're normal. They want rights just like everybody else. So I tell these people, if you're so gosh darn normal and you want rights like everybody else, then guess what, buddy? You must be retarded because you got rights right now like everybody else. Right? These people here, ladies and gentlemen, look at them. How did we get to a nation where we will recognize this type of nonsense? This, to me, should be child abuse. Right? This child, to me, is not going to grow up well. It's going to be growing up confused. Look at the guys. I mean, this is disgusting. It's beyond disgusting. Like, this is not even normal. But ladies and gentlemen, these people want more rights than everybody else. How did we get to a point in this nation where we accept this crap? We need to be smart. When I look, this is just craziness, ladies and gentlemen, straight out the gate. Every time you look at a liberal, they look dumb. And these two guys here, they're dumb. Guys, girls, whatever the hell they are dumb. So just want to point that out. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to show you guys something here. Let me go ahead and bring this up here. I don't know why I'm taking so long, but I've been doing a documentary for a while. Well, working on this documentary for a while, ladies and gentlemen. And it's called A Fatherless Generation. Now, if you've been following me for a while, okay, you know that I speak about fathers not being in the home of a lot of children. A lot of the time, ladies and gentlemen, it's not, the father's fault. A lot of the time it's, circumstantial situations. And a lot of the time, especially in Black Americans society here, in our society, it's the culture. And that's what I've been talking about and more hinting at more than anything. The culture, ladies and gentlemen, is contributing to the fatherless generation. And I've been speaking to men across this nation and women across this nation who've grown up without a father in the home. I've been speaking to men who've lost their children due to divorce or some sort of family law situation. Been speaking to women as well, ladies and gentlemen, compiling these videos and these testimonials about what a fatherless generation is doing to America. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you're not going to hear a lot of this type of commentary and this type of talk anywhere else. You're just not going to. They're not going to want to tell you the truth about what's going on here in America. They'll give you the fluffers, right? They'll have you figure it out because there's an agenda here that needs to be pushed that you're not aware of, right? They're not going to tell you what the real truth is, and the real truth is that they're destroying families. So we need to bring the truth to people who need it the most. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main reason why I have started and I have begun shooting my Fatherless Generation documentary. Now, let me go ahead and transition here for you guys real quick. It's a woman. What is she saying? Yeah. Especially, I would, if there's especially a black mama like Claudette. Claudette, Claudette, you know, she came. She been watching me for a while. I think I roasted her on my last stream, and you know, usually when I roast people, they run away, but she seems to like me. You know, because she likes to watch, because what she knows what I'm saying is the truth. You get what I'm saying? She sometimes agree with me, Claudette. You know? So let me go ahead and, she said I need to worry about other people and fix my life. Thank you, Claudette. I'll fix my life. So this is it, ladies and gentlemen. Fatherless generation. It's my GoFundMe, ladies and gentlemen. And I want to just say this here. This documentary will show the struggles of families across America who suffer from not having a father in the home. It will show the legislation, how legislation promoted and endorsed by the Democratic Party forces fathers out of the home, creates division between parents, destroys children's lives, and funds a system that keeps people in bondage, ladies and gentlemen. And a lot of this money goes to buying equipment, travel expenses, because we meet with a few people, well, probably about 7 people that we're scheduled to meet with, sound editing programs, photo software, website, and contractors and everything else to get this done here, ladies and gentlemen. Right now we have about $5,055 in the kit here. People have been sending money through PayPal. So you know, if you're gonna send money, you can do it through the P.O. box that is there, or you can do it through PayPal. So I just want to go ahead and point that out there. People like Claudette need to hear this type of information, you know. So I want people to understand that people like Claudette want to hear this information about me. Bring, you know, the fatherless generation. You get what I'm saying? Claudette know what I'm talking about. You get what I'm saying? That's why she come and watch this show. You know, she must be like friends with Raymond the troll. Raymond Jones usually watches too. He a big troll too. You know, so ladies and gentlemen, as you guys know, we do have a lot of trolls who watch this show. You know, they hate, man, but for some reason they can't stop watching, because I'm saying something that is either pissing them off, or, you know, it's hitting a nerve, and it's usually the truth. Well, most of the time, 100% of the time, it's the truth, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for today. Thank you for joining me on Conservative Nation. We're going to be on the 4Js here in a half hour. Make sure you guys check us out there. All right, we'll be here tomorrow morning with another banging episode, so catch us there. Make sure you guys like the stream. If you guys got clips you guys want to send me, people want to know where they can send clips, send them to my Facebook page, right? Go look for Facebook, friend me, right? I still got space on my friend list. I'm slow to hop on Facebook. Usually I'm working, doing videos, and you know, doing interviews and stuff like that, so I'm not, you know, fast with the Facebook, but send me it there. We got a lot of videos lined up there. Send me it there, I'll get to it. Okay, friend me on there, and then I'll be sure to run your video if it's good. If you got girls shaking and, you know, the nipple tassels and all that, I can't play that type of crap on there. Alright, I can't play that on there, so I just want to make sure that you guys know about that. Alright, and for the people who are watching on YouTube, we had a big YouTube audience. Right now they cut my other YouTube account, so I can't do any live streaming. I'm gonna be setting up a video telling those folks to come and migrate over to the new channel where we're streaming on. So if you know a person who's like, where's Jermaine at? A lot of people are looking for me right now. Tell them, hey, Jermaine's at a new channel, blah, blah. I've been posting it. You know, it takes around, you know how information gets. Takes a while for it to go around. So help a brother out, ladies and gentlemen. All right? And help us with our Fatherless Generation documentary, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely phenomenal. Actually, let me go ahead. I think I got some time. I want to show you. I might be able to show you guys something here. Let me see here. I'm trying to look at the time. I think I might have some time here. Here's a guy that he's on my documentary. I want to play for you guys his story real quick here. All right, here we go. So you guys know.
Whew. Hey guys, a lot of you haven't seen me in a really long time. There's a few very good reasons for that. One, I've been taking care of my daughter. I've had her for 3 months, and I absolutely love her. To this day, my daughter is still unnamed due to the mom not being willing to sit down with me at a conference table and sit down and name our daughter. I've kept silent about my situation for a very, very long time. The whole 5 months of my daughter's life I've kept quiet. The first 2 months I was only allowed to see her for 8 hours. And she was fine, though. She was doing okay. She was developmentally. She seemed okay. Things we didn't like were her bassinet being right next to a... what are they? Gas heaters that keep old houses warm? We didn't like that, my mom and I. So we started an APR of the fact that I was kept away from my daughter. 5 months in, she started gooing and gawing, and she was very, very happy. I picked her up last week, and I took her to the doctors. The doctor said that, and I'm probably gonna put a picture up with it. The doctor said that she had milk rash. This is nothing like any milk rash I've ever seen. It's not on any other part of her body. It looks like a burn from clothing, like being ripped off, or... But, right, a police officer wouldn't know what that looks like. We also had the photo, we also had the police document the markings, but with the doctor having said that it was a milk rash, that kind of makes it so nobody will press charges. And this isn't the first time my daughter was, I feel, abused in that house. The first time they deemed it not abuse, despite the fact she came to me with a bruise that ran all the way along her ribs, about 2 inches. And, but that was deemed not abuse. In fact, it was just a metal clip from an 80s or 70s changing table before they realized that maybe it's not good to use metal around babies. But I was told it was newer too, so newer ones.
And we're going to stop it right there. But he is one of the guys that we've been talking to. We've helped. His story checks out. Story actually went viral, ladies and gentlemen. Over 2.3 million views. So there's an update with the story and everything else. So it's a really good story that we've been compiling together of men and women across this nation, ladies and gentlemen. And there's more to this story here as well. So it's really good. It's turning out well. We need help though. So ladies and gentlemen, yes, that's what it is. So thank you guys for joining me here today on Conservative Nation. Hopefully you guys had a good time hanging out with me. Had a good time hanging out with you guys. I'll catch you guys here tomorrow, and you guys can catch me on with the 4Js here in a little bit. All right. So with that being said, you guys take care, and I'll catch you guys here on the flip side. All right. Peace.